A person who can write proper prompt is in very high demand in various industries like education, technology, healthcare, finance, sales and marketing, and many more. Also, writing proper prompt is very essential skill nowadays for every individual because you're already been surrounded by AI tools and prompt is a medium to communicate with those AI tools. For an example, if you visit to any foreign country and all the people living there know English, but you don't know English, so you won't be able to communicate with them because there is a no common language between both of you. The same thing happen when you don't know how to write a proper prompt. So in this particular video, we are going to cover 5 to 6 important elements of writing a proper prompt like context, instructions, example, output instruction or formatter, and input data. Also in the last of this particular video, we are going to talk about prompt chaining as well as threading while using those AI tools. So let's start the video. So I am taking you to my laptop screen to understand all those elements of writing proper prompt. So let's understand that why writing a proper prompt is very important. So basically I'm going to write a very simple prompt. For example, plan my wedding. Okay, so basically these are the steps to plan my wedding, right? What we need to do before this. Now what we need to make it a proper prompt. Let's understand in this particular video. So the first element of writing a prompt is context. Now what is context? Basically assign a role to this AI. For an example, here you can see a more generic kind of answer that what a common person on an average person do for their wedding. Now if we want any kind of specialization, any kind of more accuracy, more personalization, then we need to put all the elements which we discussed, that is context, instructions, example, input data, and output formatter or indicator. This all elements will combinedly result in a proper prompt. Let's take an example. Your weight is 101 kg and you work as a software developer. First element. Secondly, write a diet plan to reduce my weight by 30 kg. Third, for example, consume fatty food. Write down the answer, for an example, in points with proper sequence. Now let's understand this prompt first. Basically, your weight is 101 kg and you work as a software developer. This is the context which I given that in which condition you are going to act. If I only write a diet plan, the ChatGPT don't know that you are having a weight of 101. So might be they consider that your weight is, let's suppose, 60. So you want to reduce 2 to 3 kg of weight. But here I want to reduce my weight by 30 kgs. So that is the important thing which we need to introduce in our prompt. So first I give a condition, I give a context, who I am and what is my current condition. Now I give the instruction that what ChatGPT need to do, that you need to write a diet plan to reduce my weight by 30 kg. Now I also give an example. For example, need to consume less fatty food. This will indicate that I need to include more general information as well. Or I give an example of how you can write a point, in which direction. You need to also include generic kind of answer as well. And lastly, I give write down the answer in points with proper sequence. This is the output indicator or output specification. In which format I want, I can write it into points, I can write it into paragraph. Here I give an idea about how you need to give the output in points, in paragraphs, or in any other format. Now let's press enter. Okay, so here is the important thing. Why it provide us a consult to a professional? There is a chances that when I ask a simple question, it will not going to say you that consult a professional. Reason is being that my weight is quite huge and I need to reduce by 30 kg. That's why they're saying that you need to be under a professional guidance. And that's why here it also said that you need to set a realistic goals. Don't be in hurry that you can reduce all the 30 kgs in let's suppose 1 week or 2 week or 1 month. That is the two important points which indicate that why writing a proper prompt is important, because it will give you a more personalized, more realistic kind of answer. So here is the right plan which you can read by pausing this particular video. Now let's write a new prompt for better understanding. You are a student preparing for UPSC exam. Okay. Write down the procedure. I don't know, but for clearing this exam. You can write all those things in a single line as well. I'm writing it for better understanding of yours. So you can always write all those things in single line as well. Don't need any comma or something separator here. But if you want to indicate something to AI model, you can always put it into some kind of special indicators like inverted commas, double inverted commas, a bracket or something. Now I want this particular procedure into paragraph for an example. So mention everything about procedure in paragraph. These are just examples. Like you can write here that a kind of any surgical procedure here as well, not by including UPSC exam. You can always test. So after watching this video, write down into ChatGPT some 2 to 3 prompts for better understanding of all those elements. So here, as you can see, it gives us a proper paragraph that preparing for UPSC exam is a comprehensive process that requires dedication. And in that way, it gives us very good procedures, including staying updated with current affairs with vital as a question related to contemporary issues and significant part of UPSC, like you need to read newspapers, magazines, referring to reliable online sources, and many more things are included in this particular paragraph. So you can also pause this video and read this particular thing if you want. So coming to the third prompt, for example, you are in a sales team or in marketing team and you want how to write a proper prompt. So in that case, let's start writing the prompt. How to follow a client, comma. Now you are a person, are in a sales team having 10 years of experience. Now, let's understand both the lines. First thing, I write down the context below the instruction. So you can always open to switch between context, instruction, example, output format. That doesn't mean that you need to write down the context first, then you can write the instruction. You can always change the sequence of these elements. First, I have given the instruction. And secondly, I write down that you are in a sales team having 10 years of experience. Writing experience is very essential so that the AI will understand that you know even more than basics. You need a professional answer. If you skip this line, it will give a very basic answer that you can call them, you can call your client, you can fire a cold email and all kind of this. But here the ChatGPT will understand that you already have experience of 10 years. You already know some of the basic things. You're already a professional. So in that case, it will give you personalized answer, more kind of realistic answer that will really going to help you. Also, you can skip any particular part. That's very simple. So I'm simply writing this 2 line and pressing the enter. So here you can see, first you need to understand the client, set a clear objective, establish a follow-up schedule. Schedule is very important. You cannot fire multiple calls in a single day. That's the important points which I think very essential. You need to personalize your message. This is something which will not be included if you ask without giving your experience. Ask for feedbacks and all those points, including 15 points. And I think these are relatable to your experience. Also, if you want to format this particular question, or for example, you write down this prompt, so you can always edit this particular prompt. Okay, I did a mistake. Okay, so I can write down you here. Okay, so you are always open to edit this particular prompt. If you want any kind of format, if you want to give an example to customize this particular answer, you can always set a direction of answering by putting an example here. For an example, you are living in Noida or somewhere, where the nature of people is different. So you can put an example that I'm living in Noida and some of the people are more aggressive. So how to deal with them? How to follow those clients? So in that case, the ChatGPT will give you, or any other AI tool will give you an answer related to that particular area, which will really going to help you in that area. So this is the importance of writing a proper prompt. Let's have a try. Some of your client are aggressive. So take care of them as well. Now I want a separate answer for aggressive client and for normal client. Separate the answer for normal and aggressive clients. Save. So here you can see there are two prompts which I wrote here. So you can always switch between all those prompts. Like I came to first prompt and I can click over here to come to second answer. So this is a general approach, as you can see, and this is a follow-up with aggressive client. How you can follow up? So remain calm with them, be professional, address concern to them, manage expectations, be solution oriented, don't be forced, seek feedbacks, offer additional support as well, and many more things. So this is the separation of both the clients. So you can follow the general approach for the client who are not aggressive, and you can always follow those steps for clients who are aggressive. And in that way you separate it. You also give an example, you also give a direction in which the AI need to write the answer. Also, all these prompts which we are studying here, you can apply this into any particular AI tool, because you are not understanding the chat GPT, you are understanding the prompt here. And prompt is something which is useful in every AI tool. These prompts are not limited to chat GPT. Again, you can use all these prompts in any particular AI tool, including Sora, Lexica, Midjourney. The format will going to be same. Now for an example you need something else, so let's write down. So you are a developer having more than 6 years of experience. Now I simply write down the code of merge sort in C++ language. So if you are a coder or a programmer, this is the way you can simply put your prompt, and in that way it will give you a proper answer. Now also mention the experience so that it will improve your code quality. A proper naming convention. Here you can see proper commentary, that create a temporary array, copy a data, and all those things. This is something which comes with experience. So that's why a very essential thing to mention your experience, your context, your instruction, examples, and output indicator in order to get more personalized answer. So this is answer for your merge shot, and this is a coding program. I tried to give you a different kind of prompt in this particular video. Now coming to the prompt chaining. For an example, you have a very big problem. Let's say you want to write a book, and you know that ChatGPT will not going to write a book in a single line, in a single prompt. So what you can do is you can separate down the part of your book. That is called prompt chaining. Basically, you can start with an introduction. So first the introduction got completed, then you can go with a story related to initialize that book. So then the ChatGPT will write down the story, or any other AI tool will write down the story. Third, you can go on to what you want to say to the readers. So you can write down to third particular prompt, fourth, and so and so. And all the prompts which you divided into some sub prompts, these are known as prompt chaining. So let's understand threading, which is our last concept of this particular video. So basically, for an example, you tried different chats. So you come here, you tried a new chat. So you are a developer. Enter. You can go into new chat. You are a member of sales team. Now, why I write down different answer into different thing? Here you assign different role to different threads. This individual chat, you can consider them as a thread. So once you come here, If you want any particular answer related to same role, for example related to coding, web designing or something, you can always come to this particular thread and ask question here. In that way you can maintain a proper thread, and that thread will going to act as a context for you that you are a developer. The thread is known that you are a developer. Once you define anything here, it will going to remain in every chat you talk here in this particular thread. And if you want to assign another role to you, that you are a sales team, so anything which you want to write down here, it will not going to reflect into developer section here. So in that way you can always separate your roles or provide a separate context here. You can also do the same setting from here as well. For example here, not here, for example you can click here, customize ChatGPT here. What you would to like ChatGPT to know about you, provide better responses. So these are something which is already above the threading part. Means you can write down a context here, so that every time when you ask any particular question, ChatGPT know all this basic information about you. And here it already given you output formatter, or you can say how to respond. So in that way ChatGPT know that you are having this particular context and you want your response in that particular way. So this is the upper layer of prompt, so you can always try all those things. Now coming to the threading part, let's take an example. You write down here that my name is Finn, for example. Enter. Okay, so here it gives us a Finn, and if I ask that what is my name, so it will give you an answer that your name is Finn. But let's suppose you ask the same question, what is my name? I'm sorry, so they don't know your name. So here it proves that if you maintain any particular thing here in this particular thread is independent of another thread, and that is known as threading in ChatGPT or in any other AI tools. So I hope you understand all the concepts of this particular video, including elements of prompt training and threading. I also uploaded a video on recently launched AI tool Sora, which is again launched by OpenAI. So you can also check that particular video after watching this. Also, if you watch this particular video till end, write down into the comment section that you watched this video till end. If you find this particular video informative, subscribe to this channel, because we are going to create a series of such informative videos on AI. Thank you very much for watching.